Like the best bartenders and cab drivers, men whose chosen profession also requires them to come daily into contact with members of the public, Jenkins is both a storyteller and a philosopher. Doc knows this, and so do the rest of the men present. Whether this is part of Jenkins's temperament and has always been, or whether it is something Jenkins has learned in his years behind his chair of white enamel, overseeing the heads of men, boys, and the occasional woman, Doc neither knows nor cares. He and the rest of the men have long been connoisseurs of Jenkins's stories and those that are told in his shop. Well, I did not know Lloyd Carver, Doc says, so I guess you will have to tell me what happened. Doc, Jenkins says as he begins to work the comb through Prudhomme's hair, what that woman did to Lloyd Carver was a shame. Took everything he had, and after she was finished, she just stepped over where he was laying and kept on going. But man, she must have had some good stuff, because as soon as you met her, Carver started to act like he's still in school, and here he is, a grown man with almost 35 years at the post office. How it started was Carver met the broad in one of the little joints up on Georgia Avenue. Wasn't too long before he asked her to quit her job and come stay in the house he bought after that old lady passed. Now, it was two things that girl could do, and one of them was cook. Every night Carver come home, she got the food on the table, cooked just the way he'd like it. So when he come home one night and dinner ain't ready and she just sitting there with a long face, Carver's knows something ain't right. He say, "What's wrong, darling?" The broad say, she want to know, do Carver love her? Carver say, "Love you? Of course I do." So she said, "Well, I hope so, because you're the only thing I got. And if something was to happen to you, I don't know what I'd do." Carver say, "Ain't nothing gonna happen to me." But she keep on to finally say, "Darling, what you want me to do to set your mind at rest?" And she say, "Lloyd, honey, would you put your car in my name? That way, if something happened to you, I'd at least have me something to ride around in." Now, Carver had him a brand new Park Avenue, didn't have but 2,800 miles on it. So he just laughed and say, "Is that all you want, sugar? Shoot, I'll do it tomorrow." A few weeks later, him and the broad sitting in the living room watching the Redskins, and the broad say something, but Carver too busy watching. You remember that game where they kicked Dallas' ass? That's how come the broad got mad, because Carver wasn't listening. So she got up and turned off the TV and run upstairs crying. Speed says, "Turned off the TV, turned off the TV in the man's own house? Shit, I'd have kicked the bitch's ass in a minute, red hot minute." Jenkins lifts the clippers from Prudhomme's head and looks over at Speed. "Yeah," he says, "I believe you would." But all Lloyd Carver done was go upstairs asking himself what the hell was wrong. Get in the bedroom, the broad say, "Lloyd, I quit working because you asked me, and now I ain't got nothing of my own. And I could have gone back and finished school and had me a good job working for the government." Carver say, "Baby, you ain't got to worry about no job. I'm gonna take care of you." Broad say, "But we gotta face facts. I know we got us a good long time left together, but you ain't gonna be here to take care of me forever. What am I gonna do after you gone?" Carver say, "What you want me to do?" Broad look at him. Broad say, "I'm gonna need something to get by. Will you go in tomorrow and make over your annuity to me?" Now, Lloyd been paying into that policy the whole time he been at the post office, and you know the post office got them a good retirement plan. "Wait a minute," Doc says. "Wait just a minute. Do you expect me to believe this story? That a man, a grown man, would sign away his car and his insurance to a woman he met in a nightclub? I'm sorry, but I just cannot believe that such a thing would happen." "You ain't as sorry as Lloyd Carver was once it was all over," Jenkins says. "And I don't care whether you believe it or not. These are true facts I'm telling you, true facts." The next day, Carver went in and changed over his policy. Now, once he did that, you'd have thought she'd be real nice to him so she could get the rest of what she wanted. But next time Carver tried to get him something, the broad say she feeling sick and asked, would he mind sleeping on the sofa? Another few weeks go by and Carver's still sleeping on that couch. But what should have tipped him off is they've been living in that house 3, 4, maybe 5 months. And the whole time, he ain't never seen her naked. Now, all of a sudden, she wearing these little old shorty nightgowns, leave the bedroom door open, and he walked past, and she laying there, ain't wearing nothing but panties. After a while, Carver started to think he gonna go crazy, get him some. One night, she come downstairs wearing one of them old shorty nightgowns, come in the living room and say, Lloyd, we got some stuff we got to talk about. Carver say, what's on your mind, sugar? Broad say, it's more than 30 years difference between us. Now I know you don't like for me to talk like this, but I got to. You ain't gonna be here for me forever, and it's a mean old world for a woman that ain't got no man. You got to do something to make it easier for me if you pass. Carver ain't say nothing for a long time. Then he say, woman, you asked me to put my car in your name. I did it. You asked me to make over my retirement to you. I did that too. What you want me to do for you now? And the broad say, Lord, it ain't for me, it's for the baby. Carver say, woman, why come you ain't tell me? She say, I just now found out. The two of them sit there grinning at each other. And then she say, now come on upstairs with me, Lloyd. I ain't been as good to you as I should. Afterwards, Carver about to fall asleep, and she said, do it for me, Lloyd, please. Carver say, do what? Broad say, put the house in my name, so me and Lloyd Jr. can have us a roof over our heads if you pass. God damn, Prudhomme says. And he did it. Speed says she did. The laughter that comes then is rueful and mocking all at the same time, a taunt and an elegy that celebrates the recklessness of the late Lloyd Carver and his imprudence in the face of love. Only Speed's laughter is entirely without sympathy. Hubble does not laugh. He frowns, the whiskey sadness heavy on his face. She, Speed says again. And Jenkins unpins the cloth from Prudhomme's neck. He snaps it to shake off the hair. And then, Doc says as he approaches the chair, what happened next? What you mean, what happened? I mean, what happened? It didn't just end that way. What happened? What you think happened? Wasn't been a couple of days after we put the house in her name, Carver come home and found 2 suitcases on the porch. Key didn't work because she done had the lock changed. Rung the bell, and she come to the door, didn't even open it, told him to get his ass off her porch before she called the police. And when Carver went to see a lawyer the next day, the man said, wasn't a damn thing he could do. He brought it on himself, Speed says, letting the bitch game him like that. First time she asked for something, he should have told her, I give you a roof to sleep under and a bed to sleep in. You want anything else? Go get you a job. That's right, Prudhomme says. It's all a game, and the sooner you learn that, the better. See, it's like that old man was trying to get next to this young girl, promised her a whole lot of stuff if she just give him some. Girl finally give him some leg, and he putting his clothes on, and she say, now, Daddy, don't forget all them things you said you was gonna do for me. And he just buttoned his shirt and said, baby, let me tell you something. When I'm hard, I'm soft. When I'm soft, baby, I'm hard. Thank you. We're not rid of me yet. Let me just get a little